Hey everybody, Dr. Randy, the Midnight Rider here. I wanted to drop in with a couple things about this episode. First off, our King of Darkness, Dan Weber, was feeling really under the weather, so we're releasing our bonus Thursday episode today instead of our regular recording that we do on Sunday nights. This is the recording that we did last Friday for Kickstand Comedy's live stream. About 17 minutes in, the connection that we had recording all of our audio completely cut. And it looked like at the time we were in the clear, but it turns out that 100% of Nariko's audio cut also when he was reading his Most Metal Drug Smuggling. Just a heads up, it was a lady who smuggled cocaine in her breast implants, so, pretty fucking metal. Also, in this episode, because we had an audience that could respond to us, the polls have already been decided, so no polls this week. You'll hear that in the episode. And then lastly, for whatever reason, my audio sounds like it was partially recorded on a phone. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but rest assured we'll have that fixed before the next time we record live, and hopefully we won't have something like this happen again. So, strap in, sharpen that shiv, and get ready for this week's episode.
Carnival Studios.
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. But there can be only one. What's more metal? With Dan Weber, Nariko and Randy.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast for two badass mech warrior driving computer savvy comedians.
What?
Yeah, we're doing it. Computer savvy comedians hack the internet and pick the most metal shit in the universe. With me, as always, is the missing clip to my chambered bullet, comedian Dan Weber. The bang in my accidental suicide.
That's accurate.
Hell yeah. That guy up there laughing, that's producer Randy.
Hey!
Yeah, there he is. Dr.
All
Randy.
that enthusiasm, dude.
The Midnight Rider.
So much of it.
Ooh, there he is. Yeah. Riding straight through the midnight.
666 KFM.
Yeah. The flop. I don't know why it's KFLP. It just, I don't know. It doesn't.
If it was 666, the flop, that would be sad.
The letters don't really correspond. It's just kind of handed out by the. They don't really have to pick.
The squirt.
I'm a comedian, Rick Watt. We're coming to you guys live from separate bedroom studios here in Portland, Oregon. This is great. This is the first time we're doing this live streaming, hoping it works at all for y'all.
Right.
This might just be a series of fax machine sounds and two screaming squares. Just a bunch of angry pixels.
A screen is static.
Yeah, this is just going to look like unscrambled porn from the 80s that's mad at you. I don't know.
It's going to look like that scene from Poltergeist.
Yes. People are touching the screen.
If a hand starts reaching out of the screen, just turn it off.
Just
That's
pull your pants down. Let that ghost do its thing. Get a good ghost jacket in. Come on. Live a little.
You know you want it.
Come on. Cold fingers of death. Heating you up. Anyway, guys, Dan, how's your... this is the part of the show I usually like to ask Dan how his week's been going, but I've now named this segment, What's Been Plaguing You?
Actually, earlier today, a friend of ours, Meander, who worked at Helium, was a waitress at Helium. She posted an old-timey Civil War picture and put Jeremiah Coughlin's face on it.
I saw that
days ago.
Yeah.
So she did one of me, today, but it had a child bride. Like he was like this whole dude with like a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, I saw
And
that.
I was like, well, that's a really harsh dig, but respect. You know what
You're
I mean?
oh,
Like,
that guy must be Mormon.
yeah. So it was it was fun. I laughed a lot when I saw it. I was like,
That's
oh, that's
so
a
funny.
real good dig. Thank you.
I saw it. For the Jeremiah, she just kind of pasted a dude's face on it, but that guy was just looked like you, like young you. It was kind of amazing.
I mean, I don't know about how young. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Younger you. It reminded me of.
He did have the same glasses. The frame. She didn't have to change the frames at all.
Yeah, it reminded me of I don't know, pre-comedy Dan Weber photos I've seen of that. But yeah, or as I call it, antebellum.
Antebellum Dan Weber.
That's so funny. It's so great. We're just like, and here's a picture of you. You're like, oh, eek. Like.
I look like I was the founder of Duck Dynasty in that picture. You know what I mean?
Totally. It's so funny. You're like, did this guy ride a flat bottom boat into battle?
A fan boat from Florida.
Yeah. Like wow. A pet gator. Yeah, dude, I had a couple things this week come up. Like one, I bought a Soda Stream.
Nice.
And now I know why my friends are always going on and on about how they love their kids. I get it. It's real. It just I'm like, oh, this is what they're always jawing on about. This feeling right here. I love it. I love having it. I think we're all enjoying our Soda Streams right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I had a tweet about it where I'm like, yeah, just enjoying some soda water I made myself in my new Soda Stream, as I call it, going off the grid. Just like I don't need the government, just like
Big LaCroix could go fuck itself.
Yeah,
you know
suddenly, yeah. Oh my god.
Big soda water. You ain't got your hands on me no more.
Just one sip of my Soda Stream and I'm like becoming a sovereign citizen and shit. I'm all like, am I being detained, sir? Just,
you're a libertarian now.
Just, dude, I love it. It's so good. I'm like, taxes to build some road I'm not even going to use. I'll make my own road in my Soda Stream. I don't know how. But yeah,
that asphalt.
I love it. I fucking love it so much. Also, I don't know. This happened. I was leaving. I went to my house and I was just, I've been doing a little bit of work over there on some crap. And but I was leaving my house and I live next to this church. And as I'm driving past the church, there's just a couple have pulled over like a Camaro on the side, like next to the church. And they're just spray painting this red Camaro black, just next to a church on the street. Like, and I don't mean in the church parking lot. Like this is just the street parking. They're just in the street, just like spray painting a car black. And my first thought was like, I'm driving past it. I'm like, fuck, that's smart. I was like, because I've been wanting to spray paint my car black. So I was just like, you could just do it right there. And I was being a chicken about it because I'm like, I'm sure that's illegal. You can't just be spray painting in the street. Right. But then my roommate texts like me and he shows a picture and he goes, yeah, there's two other cars had pulled up because it was night was falling and they put their headlights on it. And these people are just spray painting this car as quickly as possible. And he's like, dude, you see these people who clearly have stolen a car and they're trying to get them off. Oh, that's what that was. It didn't even dawn on me. I was just like, that's a good idea.
They played way too much Grand Theft Auto.
Dude,
you think you just paint your car, you're free to go. The cops won't find out again. So
maybe
dumb.
Maybe they're right. I mean, maybe the cops like, who knows?
Maybe.
But I don't know, like he said, like 20 minutes later, like there was a helicopter with the spotlight, like searching the area and they were already gone. But I'm like, to me, it was just I don't know. It was so funny that to me, I was just like, well, that's just sound automotive repair you're doing right there. And then he was like, this isn't illegal. This is so suspect. I don't know. It's really funny. That's good. You're getting your money out of the bank, but your face is cold, so you need the ski mask. This just makes sense to me. That's just smart. Of course.
Kill two birds, one stone.
There you go. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Going in out the front door, that's just going to get a lot of wear and tear going. You're going to want to sneak in through the skylight. I get it. I mean, that's smart.
You don't want to wear up the knob on your door,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy, that's like a roof door. This guy's just thinking outside the door. I think it's so funny. It didn't even dawn on me at all.
He's thinking outside the house.
He's thinking outside the house on this one. Very smart. I like that. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. It's so funny. Yeah, so that's basically how my week was going. We got a review, you guys. I don't know if you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What's More Metal got a review online, and I love this when it happens. I think it's just a really great thing. No, almost never does. And then whenever. Shut up. So when we do get a review, it's kind of cool. I thought we should celebrate it here. We just got voted the number one podcast to listen to while you make some new memories with some old friends.
Oh.
By lemonparty.org. And if you don't get that, go ahead and look it up right now. Open up another window in your browser. Type in lemonparty.org. And you're welcome.
Oh boy.
We got another review from something called Goatsy.
Goatsy.
Number one podcast to listen to while you really stretch out.
Yeah,
anyway, no. Guys, this week's episode, we're going to be doing this is fucked up. We're doing most metal drug smuggling attempt.
Yeah.
So things may not have worked out. Most metal drug smuggling attempt and most metal real childbirth. Somebody gave birth to a child and it was metal as fuck somehow. These are the ones we're kind of digging deeper, doing real research this week, or not. I might have made something up. And so to decide who gets to go first, and I think we should start with drug smuggling because was real fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's get the fun. We'll go through the painful thing second.
Yeah.
Let's wait 9 months and do the painful topic. So.
Right. Oh, by the way, we should mention how we want people to vote for the topics and ride the lightning round.
That's a good idea. So when we will let you guys decide who had the most metal choice, and so after we'll tell you what our choices are, we'll ask you guys to vote. Go ahead and put them up in the comments there, and type out who you think won, and have your vote count for once.
Yeah.
And also at the end of the show, we're going to do our special ride the lightning round. That's where Dan and I usually pick a random topic and tell you what's metal about that thing. And so why don't you, if you have an idea for a metal topic, over the course of the show, type it in. And have producer Randy will jot some of those down, and we'll just do that. So that way, for the whole course of the show, we'll get some ideas, and we'll shuffle through some stuff, and we'll get your votes. So wait to vote until you hear stuff, or vote like most people do,
without any knowledge whatsoever.
Just like what? Yeah. So yeah. He's Illuminati. Anyway, so to decide who gets to go first, but on most metal drug smuggler, we're going to do the most metal thing possible, and let's roll 20-sided die. Randy, do you have that available?
I do, in my hand.
Fuck yes. So we're going to be rolling the special What's More Metal brand 20-sided die. It's available on our Patreon. The one says What's More Metal. You can't see that because it's out of focus. But anyway, the one says What's More Metal, because we're the number one podcast to fuck to by Fuckcast Magazine. And the 20, the natural 20, says Natch Twombo, because it's fun to say in an Australian accent if you can. So it also makes Dan mad. So there's no reason not to. So I'm going to roll this the same way I masturbate, and that's by having Randy do it for me.
Nariko, you got an 11?
All right. Never forget.
Never forget.
Dan got 7.
Hell yes. Oh, shit. I won a roll for once. This is real fun.
Right.
I can't believe this happened. So, in Most Metal Drug Smuggler, who do I want to pick? Let's see. I will pick Most Metal Drug Smuggler is I'm leaning to fuck. Okay. Sorry, there were so many good choices. I want to make sure I pick a good one here. Okay, so I'm going to choose Berlin 2016. A 24-year-old Colombian woman was arrested at Frankfurt, Germany Frankfurt Airport, where she was found to be carrying up to 2.2 pounds of cocaine inside her tits. I don't mean in the cleavage. I mean inside the meat. She had a cokey breast implants. So her fake boobs were made of coke, which is so much hotter for some reason.
Man, yeah.
I mean,
you can suck on those for days. You know what I mean?
You'll have the energy.
You'll have the energy for sure. Your mouth will go numb, but it'll still be good.
That's my choice for Most Metal Drug Smuggler is cocaine breast implants. Dan, your choice, Most Metal Drug Smuggling attempt.
Well, I think the feed probably missed everything that you said. Or
did we lose?
I don't know if they caught the breast implants or not.
Everything. God damn.
The last thing I remember hearing was her tits were made entirely of cocaine, which makes it hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Well, good. Make sure you do that every time I talk. Oh well. Hey, look, it's technology. It only fails me specifically.
Yeah. Fails everybody all the time.
We're feeling the 60% success rate of technology right now. So yeah. So we're all good. We're all good to go. Everything's
we're rolling. We're streaming. Cool. We're recording.
So that's my choice. The lady with cocaine breast implants.
Cool.
Go, Dan. Your choice. Most Metal Drug Smuggling.
So I want to say before I make my choice, while I was looking at this, there were a lot of these. All of the weird ones were for smuggling cocaine. Mm-hmm. Which just made me think that they were all thought up during a cocaine bender. Like,
oh yeah,
like somebody was like, "Hey man, you could just put them in your tits," and like everybody's like, "All right, cool, let's do it." You know what I mean? Like, these are not well thought out plans.
Oh no,
they were like cocaine bullshit. But
let's just talk it out, man.
Yeah, just you know what I mean. Just put it in frozen meat. It'll work fine. We can put it in avocados, dude. It'll fucking roll. You know what I mean? We're all good. But the Most Metal drug smuggling was that my choice is some idiot named Dan Weber decided to smuggle mushrooms across the Canadian-American border into America by hiding them in a bag full of D&D dice. He was detained. They searched the dice, looked in the bag, laughed, put it away, and just let him go. So he was free to leave, but terrified. I don't know him, but what an idiot. You know, like, why did he fucking do that? Especially considering he got his shit searched on the way into Canada while also carrying those same mushrooms. So just for stupidity and the dodging a 10-year prison sentence for no fucking reason at all, I'm going to go with Dan Weber in 2017.
Perfect.
Statute of limitation on mushrooms, by the way. It's
I don't know the guy.
like 6 hours.
I just heard about it. I heard about it through the grapevine. It wasn't me.
Yeah. The name's a total
Allegedly.
coincidence.
Yeah, the name is a total coincidence. The fact he had D&D dice on a trip that was not going to involve role playing, not totally a coincidence.
Oh fuck, that's so funny. I I definitely love that a bunch of like cops are like nerd shit.
Yeah,
This dork doesn't have any drugs.
right. Somebody who's never played D&D apparently, because I don't know anyone that plays D&D that does not do drugs.
Right. Oh yeah. But this guy wouldn't know that. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking. This shit'll make you see dragons.
Exactly.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Yeah. Fuck. That's a great choice. I remember you telling that story where you're like, "Fuck, that's dumb. Why did I just do that again?"
Yeah. Why did I do it twice? I was thinking, what's the chances that they'd search my luggage again? Like an idiot.
100%.
100% for sure. Also, it did lead me to believe that the most effective way to smuggle cocaine is to press it into 20-sided die. Like if you did that, you could just strut across the border. They wouldn't even, they'd look at it, laugh, and just send you on your way.
Oh yeah. They'd be like, don't touch it. You'll catch dork.
Put that away. You don't want to end up a nerd.
Sir, you're carrying one. Sir, why are you carrying 6 kilos of polygonal dice? Big game, officer. Big game.
Headed down to a con.
I'm sorry. I plan on packaging and distributing those.
Exactly.
Sorry, that's for. I'm gonna distribute that. They're drugs. So
it would be funny if you got cocky and just flipped the cop one.
You're all like,
there you go.
Yo, time to roll a 20 and persuasion. He's like, I can hear you. Command. Okay, so that's a great choice. So guys, why don't you enter in the comments if you're there? Go ahead and vote. Who do you think won? Was it cocaine breast implants or was it mushroom dice?
Mushrooms in a dice bag.
Mushroom dice bag. Cocaine boob bags. You choose who had the most metal choice. While you guys are voting there, I'm gonna I had a backup. I had a couple backups even, but one that I thought was really great, and could have been my number one. It was in 2008. Federal agents in Laredo, Texas, confiscated a 6-pound statue of Jesus Christ, made entirely of cocaine. It was just
That's awesome.
6-pound cocaine Jesus statue.
Yeah.
That was being smuggled by the statue was worth $30,000 on the street, which seems low. But there was a 61-year-old man who they arrested and then found out that he was just paid $80 to carry it across the border by some guys. Which is like the perfect old man thing where it's all like, look, I'll give you $80 to transport this because there's going to be a whole fee thing. And then when you get to the other side, the Sultan of Brunei will give you $1 million or whatever.
Yeah.
A Somali prince will be waiting to collect it. He's a big Jesus fan. But yeah, I just love 6-pound Coke Christ.
Yeah, right. Do this in remembrance of me, I think is the...
Oh, yeah. Do this over and over again for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Jesus honestly probably wished he'd have done cocaine before that happened.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have wouldn't felt a thing.
He's like, oh, God, there's a spear in me. Rub some Coke on it.
Painkiller.
So they make Novocaine out of. So
Yeah, exactly. I got one.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. So do you have a backup?
yeah, I do. They found. I didn't write down when, but they found 6 pounds of cocaine stuffed in tiny packages inside of a bag of dead bugs.
Christ.
Somebody just found like a bunch of dead roaches and just stuffed a little tiny bit of cocaine in their thorax and just threw it in a fucking box.
Okay, I think Randy and I both heard pugs.
Yeah, I did.
Oh no!
So it's like
not
somebody
dead
brought a
pug.
bag
Holy
of
shit,
dead
that wouldn't be metal
dogs
at all.
to
That'd be horrifying. No, bugs, cockroaches.
Still. Wow.
Jesus Christ,
Dude, that's
a bunch of dead pugs. Oh fuck, that's the saddest fucking shipment ever.
I'm sorry, officer. That's just 12 dead dogs. Nothing unusual. Just a Samsonite full of Fidos. Don't. Oh, you're not going to want to scan this. It'll bum you right out. I'm going to warn you, officer, if you open that, you're going to get sad. It's going to ruin your week. They all have little suits on.
Suits and bow ties.
I got to bury them when I get back.
Bowler hats.
I'm just saying, you're going to be sad, so I wouldn't.
Don't do it. God damn. That's so fucking dark.
That's super dark. I will say this though, like the cockroaches, that's got to be the lowest day for a drug. Like no, not even for the drug smuggler, for the guy, for the officer who's got to be like opening cockroaches. He's just like, man,
Whoa.
don't fuck, and he's just like tweezers, like tiny. Cool. Thanks, man. Opening up 400 Madagascar hissing roaches for the
yeah, exactly.
key bump of coke in everyone. Thanks, man. Very chill.
Yeah, it was 6 pounds, so it had to be like hundreds of fucking
Oh my
roaches.
god!
Wow.
Just think about
so many dead bugs.
Jesus. Okay, so one roach you can fit maybe like 2 or 3 grams at most.
Oh yeah, it's so much, dude.
It's
There's so many fucking roaches.
Maybe you can. I don't. Sorry, maybe if I feel like a little more pride in my work. I'd 3. I have no idea. My God.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what the hard part is? Tying the little balloons for them to swallow.
Finding a condom small enough to fit cocaine in it so they can fucking swallow it.
Just telling all these bugs to relax while you tuck it up their little assholes. It's all. I'm like, I don't like it either. Got 5,000 more of you. Fucking, oh my god!
That does come out to between 1,500 and 2,500 cockroaches.
God damn.
Yeah. Yep. That's the kind of thing you only think of on cocaine. Like,
fuck.
And you only do on cocaine. Like, there's no way you did that sober. You did not. God damn.
Just fuck that. I don't care if it was 40 kilos of fucking cocaine and it was my job that I cared about. The second I see thousands of cockroaches in a suitcase, I'm like, you know what? Hey, you win. Okay, buddy. Hey, you want it more than I do. I swear to God.
Free to go.
No way. Cockroaches? Who needs that?
I would just wait until they took all the cocaine out of the dead roaches and then bust them. Like, I just follow the guy.
Yeah. No, because then you stuff that they're like all over the floor like peanut shells in a redneck bar. Ugh, barf, barf, barf. I don't know. But yeah, that's intense. That's just stick to the pugs.
Yeah. Pugs and bowler hats. Oh God.
Well, we've lost every listener. Look,
Sorry. This is what the show is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not out of the ordinary that something like that might come up. I don't know. Did you want to bring up any others? You want to just move on? It's 9:30. Screw it. Let's move on, guys. That's going to bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
This is we're going to be doing most metal. You think that was painful? We're doing most metal childbirth. Which and I went first last time. Dan gets to go first this time. You lucky dog.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dan, you're at 10 centimeters. Push that thing out.
Push this thing out. All right. I found a few that I liked, but I think the most metal one, because I can't understand why it actually happened, was Denise Jones in 2019 gave birth to her daughter, Dolly Pink, at a Pink concert in Liverpool. She went into labor at the beginning of the concert during the song "Let's Get the Party Started." And I don't know why the fuck, if you're that pregnant, what the fuck are you doing going to a show? I can't imagine what the thought process was behind that. I just, I can't miss Pink. What?
Yeah. I think what you mean to say is, why would you go to a Pink concert?
I mean,
as a human being.
Well, I mean, yes, but
regardless,
I wasn't going to mock Pink. I'm just mocking the idea of going to a show in general.
Oh,
I actually tried to find a person who gave birth during any metal show, and I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
So this was the closest that it came to, which is
fucking on stage during a metal show, but we can't have a baby at a metal show. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. They can behead goats, but they can't fucking give birth. I don't understand. I assumed a death metal band had somebody give birth during a concert just because, on stage.
Yeah. I'm like, don't pass the kid up to Ozzy. Let's just be safe. Let's just say, let's just not. Big fan of history, and I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Oh man. So giving birth at a Pink concert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the dancing just shook it right out of you.
Dude, yeah.
Ugh. What's her name? Lacey Pink or something?
It was supposed to be Dolly Louise, and then because she gave birth at a Pink concert, she renamed her Dolly Pink. Dolly Pink, I don't remember. Dolly Pink Jones would be her name.
Cool. Well, start them out with the stripper name. That's what I say. Dolly Pink. Dolly Pink sounds like if Dolly Madison started making sex toys. It's a donut you can bang. Dolly Pinks. I don't know. Dolly Pink. Yeah, all right. That sucks. I don't know what to say. That's the most trailery shit I've heard in a minute. And
but it took place in England, oddly enough.
What?
I would have thought here.
What are they? Oh my God. All right. I don't even know what to say. Oh, a mobile home. It's a mobile home. Great choice, Dan. That's a good one. I went a little bit different. I went December 13th, 2013. An elderly Colombian woman was stunned when she went to the doctor for pelvic pain, and then gave birth to a 40-year-old stone baby. It was a
oh Jesus!
Yes.
What?
This this elderly woman, I believe she's 82 years old. She was an 82-year-old woman. She'd been carrying the calcified 4-pound fetus for decades without knowing it. And then one day it settled weird, I guess. And like she's like, ugh. And then so when that happens, I believe it's a I think it's like a tube like baby, like it's in the wrong fucking spot, so like it's intubated or whatever the word is. But anyway, what's called a fallopian baby. And then so the baby is born weird, it dies in there, and then after it dies, instead of just being ejected, it's stuck. So the body, like when it has a foreign object in it, will start to like try to encapsulate it like in a protective layer of like stuff. So it's like it's sealed away from the body and can't cause any problems. So so in this time, like it just slowly built up like a calcium deposit all around it, and then it became a little 4-pound stone baby, which is a thing that happens. And this is the first documented case that anybody knew of, and it's fucking that's birth creepy. to a it's both a mummy and a statue. It's a keepsake. It's a knickknack. It's a Hummel your body makes.
Oh man.
Okay, look. I'm just saying, if you got a stone baby, I would make a little pointy hat and put it in my garden. Now that's just me. That's just
a little garden fetus.
Yeah.
Paint a little terrifying smile on its face.
Did they have a picture of the stone in the article?
I don't have it in mind, but yes, there are pictures of it, and it's
ooh.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, Randy. You live with that. You know what? You look at it, and I'll just see it burned into your retinas from here.
Just watch the look of shock come over your face.
You look at it, I'll watch all the skin melt off your face.
Like Raiders of the Lost Ark looking at the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, yeah. That's my garden Tyrone. See, that's what I would name him, because he'd be like a little... It's just my idea. If you had a stone... What, ma'am? Is it, you'd have reporters coming by like, hey, you were the stone baby. Yep. Where is he? You still a little head gesture. Oh, he's hiding around here somewhere. Check the lilacs. And there he is. Standing guard. It's a Hummel your body makes, and I think that's great.
God damn. That's so gross.
It is. But isn't the body wonderful?
It's a miracle.
It is. So
the miracle of birth.
Yes. Anyway, guys, those are our choices for most metal childbirth. Dan chose Pink concert baby birth. And I chose Stone Baby. Pink Baby and Stone Baby. Those are your choices. Go ahead and give us your vote in the comments below in the little comment thread. Let us know who you think won.
Yeah.
Pink Baby or Stone Baby. And I think that's going to bring us to the polls from last week. This is where producer Randy's going to read the polls. He's going to, from last week, we're going to find out who had the most metal choices from last week, which we usually do on Instagram stories on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So do you have those in front of you, Randy?
I do. So episode 25, we had two topics as always. The first one was the most metal Tiger King character.
Oh, yeah.
The second was the most metal Return of the King character.
Yes.
Two kings. So for the most metal Tiger King character, with 83% of the votes, it went to Saf.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude lost his arm, went right back to work.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
metal
2 days later.
Dude. There were it blows me away how much that they were like but the doctor's like, yeah, it's going to be a long road. You got a lot of surgeries, a lot of therapy. And they're like, nah, fuck it. Lop it off. I got to get back to tigers need me. It's like that's only about 5 pounds at the most. That tiger's going to be hungry again by midnight. I gotta just touch the end with this cigarette lighter from the car, and I'll
Just burn it close.
yeah, just dump some gunpowder on it, Doc. I gotta get back to. I gotta empty the Walmart truck, but at dawn.
God. With expired meat.
Oh,
I gotta
woof.
look. That pimento loaf isn't gonna make it into that tiger's belly on its own, right?
Right. That 5-year-old head cheese isn't going to make it in.
No. Look, the cheese stuffed corn dogs aren't gonna. What we're doing isn't right. So, what was our most metal Return of the King character?
Most metal Return of the King character. So we had 2 there. Dan, your choice was Eowyn, right?
Yeah.
Eowyn.
And, it was the character that killed the Witch King, and then Nariko chose the Witch King.
The Witch King.
With 59% of the votes. This one was a lot closer.
Nice. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Went to the Witch King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks
Well,
like
there you go.
death.
Clean
He looks like
sweep.
he looks like the Death Dealer from the Frazetta painting. It's a fucking classically metal looking character.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Flaming sword and all. Fucking very cool.
It was very-
so
Dragon.
yeah. So anyway, both of them very metal choices in their own rights. So great. Thanks everybody that voted. That's very much appreciate it. Thank you for letting your voices be heard. Thank you for listening to the episode. And I think that's going to bring us to the new and improved, all live, Ride the Lightning Round.
Ride the lightning round.
Do we get any suggestions in the feed?
For the Ride the Lightning round, we did not.
Huh. Well, that works great.
We did not.
Cool.
I did.
Probably too many people.
It's so crowded in here.
Whatever. It's the first one.
Fucking going for it. Okay, we got our first one right here.
Here we go.
Most metal, and for real quick for the Twitch users, doing this on my phone and just shit out. So anything before Warlock Nardhammer's suggestion, please put it again. So from user Warlock Nardhammer, we have most metal Nintendo console.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Of all the Nintendo consoles. Do we get to? You want to roll to see who gets to go first on this one?
Yeah, we should.
Let's do it. We should probably roll. I will say this as a preface. Dan and I are we're autumn chickens, no longer spring chickens. I feel like we're probably going to skew a little further back than some other people might, but
Yeah.
on this one. But that's our damned right. Most metal Nintendo console. Randy, are you rolling?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Nariko, you got a 14.
Okay. No jokes there.
Dan, you got a 9.
Okay. So
I know what you're going to say, and I don't want to steal it, even though it is the obvious.
I don't know what I'm going to say. So
You don't know what you're going to say?
No, I'm going to make the decision when I have to.
What do I want to say? It's between. Okay. Look, I'll straight up say it's either Nintendo or Super Nintendo right now, and I'm trying to decide.
So original NES.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go original NES, and I'll tell you why. The music's better. It is. You might not realize it, but the old school NES Nintendo music shreds. It's so fucking good, and it for the next 2 generations easily. It completely. It was the number one influence, I think, of rock music, especially metal.
Sure.
Just when you think of all the like Mega Man 2, there's all those galloping like it's very Maiden. It's very Maiden-y, you know? Mega Man 2, by the way, is probably one of the greatest soundtracks of anything ever. It's so good. So fucking good. Old school NES. So badass. What else? Yeah, it's just it's great. And then also the games painfully hard.
Oh, sure.
Brutally only halfway playable. They're so fucking hard. It's the It's that bridge from arcade to where the goal was to make someone punch as many quarters into a machine as possible. And then the home system where they still were using that same model of like, well, they should die all of the time. I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
They should learn that life is just a futile attempt to try to have a good time while you get your ass kicked. And for those reasons, that's why I think NES, old school NES.
Okay.
I had to take it.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to go with the Nintendo GameCube.
Okay.
Because that had GoldenEye on it, which led to a lot of drinking games in college.
That's true.
Like a lot of people would get drunk and play GoldenEye. Like
I think that's 64.
Oh, I thought it was the GameCube. 64?
That's 64.
Oh, well, all right. I got it wrong.
That's okay.
I'm old as shit, and I didn't play it anyway. So,
you're going Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64. Yeah. Whichever one had GoldenEye and people would drink to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's the one.
That's, yes.
N64.
No, you're not wrong. N64 had, those. Oh, goddamn. I remember playing Mario, the first Mario's on Mario 64 when it first came out and being like, just like, oh God, this is like insane. Like, cause it was like completely 3D and shit. And it was like fucking fucked you up. And then now when you look at it, it's just like, you're like, how did I even stare at this for more than 3 seconds? This looks crazy.
It was trash, but
really bad. Like sprite like the camera would fly into your character and it would turn invisible and start flashing. And you're just like, okay, get the camera out of this wall. But but no, you're not wrong. N64 also had Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which is probably like the most, like it's probably the most played like Zelda game, and it's probably one of the most like that's just one of those nostalgia games that fucking like it shaped a generation too. Also, the water clock level water temple that fucking. Fuck you. It was like a 4D Rubik's Cube. You're just like, fuck you, you piece of shit. Some autistic fucking codemaster fucking developed that fucking nightmare machine. Hated it.
Did Final Fantasy VII come out on that one? Was that the console that it came out on?
No.
Or was that before?
Wait, was it? Well, hold on, wait. Final Fantasy VII. No, Final Fantasy VII was later. That was like PlayStation and Xbox, I believe.
Oh, it wasn't even on Nintendo?
I don't think so. No. Final Fantasy, I don't think is a Nintendo property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still, no, you're not wrong though. There's a million amazing games on 64 that fucking did it. Anyway, gang, who do you think had the most metal choice? Is it NES or is it Nintendo 64? You decide.
While you guys vote for that, we'll do another one.
Let's do another one. You another topic?
Yeah. I actually have quite a few.
Great.
Quick, I just want to throw out two. Oh, actually, never mind. We didn't do that one. Okay. Fuck. Sorry. Someone put a White Claw flavor, and I immediately went, we already did LaCroix. We can't do that again.
Well, we haven't done White Claw, I don't think.
We have not. Let's actually do that.
I have not done White Claw.
All right. Let's roll for it.
Yep. Most metal White Claw flavor.
Nariko
got a 6.
Okay.
All right. And Dan, you got a 16.
There we go. Dan, have you ever had a White Claw?
No. Never drinking a single White Claw ever. No, wait, that's not true. I did drink one in Boise, Idaho during the 208 Comedy Festival.
Oh, okay.
But I don't even remember. I remember just, I don't know. I forget which one I had.
Wasn't it warm or something?
No, it was just going by. I'm going to go with black cherry. Only because I don't understand why that flavor exists at all. Like, I don't know. Like, LaCroix doesn't even have a black cherry flavor. That sounds repulsive to me. Like, I can't imagine why somebody would order it, but when I worked the bar at Kickstand all the time, people would order the shit out of it, and I couldn't understand it then. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with black cherry flavored White Claw.
Yeah, it's black. So that's metal. You're not far up. It's the black cherry. Yeah, that's definitely one of those flavors where you're like, oh, I'm having an unsweetened Bartles and James.
Yeah, gross.
Unsweetened
Jesus.
wine cooler. Yum 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 yum. Carbonated wine with extra sugar. So, let's see. What do I most metal White Claw flavor? I'm gonna have to go with plain. And here's why.
Do they even make a plain?
Yes, they make an unflavored LaCroix, and here's why.
Oof.
You've got to be a psychopath to drink plain. You've got to be out of your mind. The only way
my choice if I'd have known it existed. I've never even seen it before.
You're either like the kind of person you drink plain LaCroix and you when you boil one peeled white onion in a bowl in a pot, and that's what you call soup. Like in your sterile white room, like it's something, and it's either that or you're like, when I make a whiskey soda, if I pour in some unflavored White Claw, I'm getting double drunk. See, it's either way, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, for sure. That is horrifying.
Yeah,
that has to just taste like, oh God, that can't be good.
It's just there's unflavored. There's something deeply unsettling about that. It's like laughing in the dark or flying your kite at night. There's just something you're like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it.
Carbonated vodka doesn't sound good to me. I just don't know. No,
which, by the way, we can make now thanks to SodaStream.
It's true. I sure could.
Can make my own. So, guys, those are our choices for most metal White Claw flavor. Is it black cherry or is it plain?
I'd vote for plain myself. I didn't know it existed. Dude, I'd never seen it before. So
you've got to just be an unfeeling, complete psycho. Like you're like I like sipping on them while I watch something writhe in pain and strangle itself to death. And my heart rate goes up to 62 beats a minute.
Exactly. Never has gotten excited once in his life.
That's fucking completely deranged shit. One more. Let's do one more.
Oh, yeah. So real quick, just to touch on a couple things before we do our last one. We never did get the vote in for childbirth. So real quick, it was Stone Baby. Stone Baby won.
Yeah.
Okay.
NES also won.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did we get a vote on the first one?
Yeah.
On Drug Smuggler?
Yeah, it was 60% Coke titties.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
we're doing it up.
James Barella, we are not going to do most metal sex advice show caller because no.
It would be me.
Because I always advice show caller. Like, how would I even
exactly?
There's no way. I'd have to do research for that, James.
We're not
only James has an encyclopedia of them in his mind.
I can name like 20 of them right now.
James, that's we will very much consider for a research topic.
I mean, I've listened to a trillion hours of Loveline in my youth, but so I don't know. I don't know if I could pull one out that I can remember being specifically anything.
And then just a piece of information: Final Fantasy VII was a original PlayStation 1 exclusive.
That's what I thought.
Cool.
That's what I thought. Oh, Final Fantasy VII, so good.
We've got quite a few here. I'm going to let you guys choose. So we have most metal lockdown activity,
masturbation.
Yeah. Clear winner.
Most metal billboard ad. Most metal coming of age story.
And anything for Jesus.
I saw a billboard that I would use, but
Oh, what is it? Just real fast.
there was a billboard in Chicago. I took a picture of it and posted it on Instagram. I forget the exact wording, but it was basically like God hates war. And I was like, I don't think that's true. Like,
You should read that book.
I've read the Bible and it's not at all the case. Like he loves war a lot.
Feels like
actually.
it's in there a bunch.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire book. Really.
Yeah, and he
It's
doesn't.
a bunch of war.
Yeah. Anyway, keep him coming, Randy.
Most metal coming of age story.
Mine,
Most
because I'm still doing it.
most metal Jamba Juice, which I'm assuming just means Jamba Juice flavor or specific drink.
Oh, the mango one.
One that we may have done, most metal Sesame Street character. I feel like
We have done that.
real
We did
early
that
on.
one.
We definitely did that. I chose the Count because he's undead.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. And then most metal Looney Tune character.
Oh.
I don't think we've done that one.
Ooh. Fuck. I can't remember his name. I got one on that one. I like Looney Tune character.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do you want to roll for it or just go?
Let's roll for it.
Let's just roll for it. All right. Here we go.
Nariko, you got a 7.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Randy. Fuck you.
And Dan, you got a 14.
Okay.
Okay. So most metal Looney Tunes character. I'd have to go with the Coyote
Nice.
because I don't think any character in Looney Tunes dies as much as the Coyote does. Like he dies like they in a 5-minute cartoon he'll die like 8 times.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just get blown up or ram into a wall or jump off a fucking cliff like
Yeah.
over and over again, and yet he keeps coming back for more. And honestly, that's what makes him the most metal. His no quit attitude is impressive.
I also like his denial of gravity. I think that's metal as fuck. He's like, if I don't look at it, it can't affect me. And he's right. Damn it. I love that.
He's right, kids.
Yeah. Although he can be affected by, although I like that he always gets a running start at a tunnel painted on a wall.
Yeah.
I've always just like, why? Maybe just touch it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the thought. He's like, well, maybe the trick is I gotta run as fast as I can. Anyway, that's a great choice. The Coyote, Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Wile E. Coyote.
Great choice. I'm gonna choose. I just looked it up, but the orange monster with the shoes that always fights.
Yeah.
Apparently, his name is Gossamer. I've never heard that name ever once. So, and that makes it not as cool, frankly. But he's just an orange monster covered in hair, and he's got shoes and even hair claws. And I don't know. I like that he's just a fucked up monster beast thing. And then Bugs Bunny just fucks with him royally by not taking him seriously even a little bit, even though he's a deadly whatever the fuck he is.
Right.
And he's got really awesome shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's just wearing like creepers or something. Like,
Yeah.
he's wearing sick red and white creepers, and he's just an orange. So I'm going to choose the orange monster, the hairy monster.
Orange hairy monster.
That
Orange hair.
one of the cartoons that has that monster in it was the first time I thought getting high would be cool. Because at one point they huff ether
That's right.
and just float down the stairs, and I was like, wow, that looks tight as shit. Like, that's the first time I remember distinctly thinking, like, wow, I want to do that. Like,
We need,
I want to feel that way.
We need to bring back the ether gag. The ether gag was in so many cartoons.
Yeah.
Or like episodes of like cartoons where it's like, woo, like they just huff a bunch of like ether or glue or something, and they just get all fucking, they're like, woo. And I'm like, bring that shit back.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Someone in here submitted one, and it's actually got a pretty solid point. Benny Hanna 99 said, I'd go with the Tasmanian devil. He just growls and is a perpetual one-man mosh pit.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true.
That's a great choice. That's a solid suggestion.
I mean, there's a bunch of them you could pick. I mean, it's not
sure.
It's like, what is it? The chicken hawk, the little tiny chicken hawk that beats the shit out of people.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I would, Tasmanian Devil. Elmer Fudd is just a guy with a gun trying to kill Bugs Bunny. Like that's his whole thing.
He's just a shitty hunter.
He's just a dude who's like, I'm gonna fucking kill something with this shotgun, and like that's all he is. He's just the
world's most flexible shotgun.
Yes, a very floppy shotgun.
Yeah, floppy shotgun.
I've invented the floppy shotgun. Floppy shotgun, also a great Twitch name. Just throwing it out there.
I like it.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's been the episode, guys. That's an hour. Feels good.
We're there.
That feels natural. Thanks everybody for tuning in and
thank you.
Dropping in suggestions. Coyote one.
All right,
it makes sense. That's a damn solid choice. That was the plain LaCroix, the plain White Claw of Looney Tunes characters for sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming that one won. I can't imagine it didn't.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote won.
No, I think
no.
Wait, what?
Plain LaCroix.
Oh yes, plain
White Claw.
Plain White Claw. Yes, plain White Claw won. And then I think for everybody watching and submitted ideas, these are actually all really good. I'm going to hang on to these and we'll see about putting them in actual episodes. Like the research topics.
100%.
Maybe next week during the live stream, we'll pick one of them to do research on, or a couple of them.
Yeah.
For that.
That's a good idea.
That sounds great. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully this was just as fun for you as it was for us to do. Help you pass some time. Tune in. I think we're going to try to do this every Friday at 9 p.m.
Yep.
Right here on the Kickstand channel. I want to shout out to Kickstand for having us.
Yeah.
Helping us out. Shout out to producer Randy for not pulling his own eyes out with his thumbs over the course of working all this tech out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for voting. Thank you guys for listening. Tell your friends and everything else to listen as well. Dan?
Oh, I just want to say this Wednesday, I'll be doing a live stream version of Reading the Bible with Dan for Helium Comedy at 5 p.m. So tune into that. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be the shit. Some super funny people on that. So definitely check that out. We'll post about that too. So definitely tune into that.
Yep.
But until next week, you guys, thanks for tuning in and hail Satan.
Hail Satan.